This is where it gets interesting. This is something that if you'll do, and by the way, only about 1 out of 10 people are actually going to take this information and use it. But I'm telling you, if you're the 1 out of 10 who will do this, your sales will explode. Your December will be better than any month this year, and you can double your income. This is just a few of the things we're going to get into right here. You have to have a much bigger pipeline than you think. You need a much bigger pipeline than you think. If you get disappointed and you get brokenhearted when you don't close a deal, then you don't need to be a better closer. You may need to be a better closer, but most importantly, you need a bigger pipeline. You need to have your white space filled up on your appointment board, your personal appointment board. You need to be working by appointment-based selling, and you need a big pipeline. How do you get it? If you'll do this one thing, you will have a much bigger pipeline. Chances are that I'm talking to salespeople right now. Chances are that your dealership's Facebook page has a lot of comments and a lot of messages inside Facebook Messenger. So get out of your CRM. Everybody in the world has advice about how to get into your CRM and do CRM mining. That's wonderful. Do all that. Everybody's doing that, okay? Get into your Facebook Messenger. Go deep. Go through every message that is in there and send that person a big offer. Send that person some type of information that will not want to make them buy a car, but make them want to talk to you. Okay, you need people, you need conversations. You need to have meaningful conversations looking for problems. I promise you can get in your Facebook Messenger. You can go through those messages. We'll call them leads. Go through every lead in there and find some problems. When you find those problems, you can start having meaningful conversations, maybe solve those problems, looking for solutions, and your pipeline will increase. I bet 90%, and Jamie, you deal with this every day as well. When we're setting up a new dealer and we get access to their Facebook Messenger, is it fair to say that there's not very many salespeople in those conversations?
That's correct.
Okay. So there's your opportunity. Go to your general manager, go to your GSM, go to your sales manager, say, I want access to my Facebook, to the dealer's Facebook Messenger. They're going to tell you to go get inside the CRM and to work your leads in there. That's fine. Go do that, but be persistent. If you can get access to your Facebook page Messenger, and by the way, tell them to shut the autoresponders off, that you'll handle them all. Listen to me right now. Nothing is more important than what I'm about to tell you. If you can go to your dealer, I'd go straight to the dealer, and I would say this to the dealer with confidence. Mr. Dealer, I know you own the store. If you will get rid of those autoresponders and those people who are destroying the conversations with people who are on our Facebook page, if you will get rid of them, I will do it for free, and I will do a much better job. And I will 10x the sales that are coming off of Facebook just by getting rid of the third-party lead. What do you call them, Jamie? I don't know what you call them.
Robots.
Well, they're robots. They're robots, but they're also, some of them are live people, but they're just terrible. They do a terrible job. So salespeople, that's good for you, though. This is good for you. I promise you, if I was at a dealership tomorrow, I could outsell every person at the dealership if the dealership would do one thing: give me the Facebook Messenger leads and get rid of CarNow, Gubagoo, or whoever's on there destroying those messages. You can get in there, you can have meaningful conversations. By now, you've probably read the book. If nothing else, I'll tell you the 3 things you'll have to do when you get in there to those third-party lead providers. And they're really not that. They're third-party lead destroyers. The leads are coming in anyway. It's third-party chat providers. It's third-party messenger destroyers. They're absolutely destroying your chances of selling something. on Facebook through Messenger, and you can fix it. So responders, yes, they're third-party lead responders, and they are terrible. So salesperson, listen to me. General managers and the owner of that dealership, they want to sell more cars. And if you'll go to them in confidence and say, let me tell you something, guys, I know this may sound crazy, but I can 10x our sales on Facebook without spending any more money, without spending a dollar. All you got to do is get rid of the third-party lead responders. Let me have access to that message. And then buy the book. You're going to need the book if you really want to 10x it. But be fast, make very compelling offers, have a great attitude, and keep having meaningful conversations with these people. And your sales, that's enough. We could stop right there. We're not going to. That's some more good information. But that is enough if you could just get your hands on the messenger leads on your Facebook page. Okay. Now, this, you can do that. If you go to your dealer and tell them that you're going to 10x their sales without spending any more money, he will listen to you. Now, this may be a little tougher, but this will probably 3x your income in 2021 and December. We're going to just bundle it all together. If you want to have the best December ever and the best year ever, do these things. Expand while others are retracting. Expand while others are expanding. Be an expert. Increase your pipeline. Get in your Facebook Messenger. Get those leads. Nobody wants those leads. I have been at a dealership. Felipe, come here. Do you remember when we were at a dealership where I hired you at a dealership and we had Facebook Messenger leads coming in to there? Do you remember nobody really thought they were valuable? Nobody wanted them. Okay. Now, just tell the salesperson that's listening what we did with those leads and how it changed the game.
It was really something. And we turned a small used car lot in the middle of Douglas, Georgia, probably the worst possible location for a dealership. And with 4 salesmen who used Facebook, used the art of text message selling, to the #1 car dealership in Douglas, Georgia, 3-4 months running.
If you were at a dealership today, would you boldly go to the dealer and say, Mr. Dealer, you got to get rid of these third-party lead responders and just you don't have to spend any more money on Facebook, but just let me handle these leads. Give me these leads that are just complaining or just reaching out about making some silly comment, but just let me talk to these people. Give me access to Messenger. Could you increase sales, and could you really 10x those sales if you had those conversations?
Absolutely, 100%. Actually, when I did leave the Auto Mall of Coffee, our one dealership, the next dealership, the only thing I required from them is I want their Facebook and I want all the leads from the Facebook Messenger. They give it to me, and I was #1 salesman the following month.
So there you have it. Get the access to the Facebook Messenger. Tell your dealer, tell your general manager, Gubagoo's killing these conversations. CarNow is killing these conversations. I don't mean to just pick on them. There's probably some other people out there. If y'all know the name of them, I'll be happy to put them on there because I don't care about these people. They are terrible and they are lead destroyers. You need to be handling those. You need to be the responders. Here's the wonderful thing. If you get access to this, you can sit at your desk, never have to leave your desk other than get some coffee, some water, and go to the bathroom. Customers will be coming in by appointment. You can hire an assistant to help you demo the cars. You can sit there and like automatic sell cars. Now, this one will be a little tougher. But this is creative, and I challenge some of you to do this. Go to your dealer and tell them that you want to handle the chat on your website. You, not your BDC, not your BDC. I'm a fan of the BDCs. When I go on site to a dealership, the first place I go is to see the general manager, the owner, and say, hey guys, thanks for having me. We're going to have a big event. I got my closers coming in. If it is staff, I'll talk to the managers first, and I'll talk to the salespeople. And then just as soon as I can, I go to the BDC and I pull up a chair, or I try to find an empty computer, and I sit there and I work those leads because that's very important. It's the backbone of the dealership. However, if you work on commission, you should be handling the chat. Nobody else wants to do it. Nobody wants to sit and stare at a screen and wait for a chat to come in. But if your marketing department is doing a good job, they have traffic coming to your website. You need to tell your dealer, we need chat on every one of our VDPs, every page of our website, and even, what would be better would be a text me button that comes into your CRM or comes into DigiNinja. But regardless, you need access to chat. Now, that's not very common. Not many dealerships have their salespeople who have access to chat. But if you wanted to really make a difference in your dealership, go to the dealer and tell them you want to handle the chat. And, your chat provider may not like that, but you don't need them anyway. You can get DigiNinja, put it on your website, and handle all the chats. Now that would be a little bit more complicated, but I challenge somebody to get your dealer or your GM to give you access to the chat.